the Breakroom, new Rockstars daily live show bringing you the latest in nerdy news. Live from the new Rockstars office here in beautiful Los Angeles, the greater Los Angeles area specifically.
Huge 30 miles an hour.
But I'm joined here to discuss the fun topics of the day by my esteemed panel, Mr. Brandon Barrick.
Oh, hello. So happy to be here.
Okay, ooh. Very, very esteemed.
Very stoic.
The wonderful Jessica Clemons.
Hi, happy to be here.
Oh, very nice. And then back from a brief hiatus, Tommy Bechtold.
And you better believe the one thing I can promise you today is that we're coming back strong. We're coming back long, and we're about to get the friction on. So, fellas.
Yeah.
Fellas.
Yeah. Okay.
They're cheering for Tom Day in the chat.
Yes. Yeah. Long live Tom Day. Today, we've got updates on Thor: Love and Thunder, Mando Season 3, and Jar Jar Binks news.
Whoa, he's alive. He's alive.
I'm jarred. So stick around for all of that. Also, and you better believe we're going to be spending some time later on the ridiculous chat redemption from last Friday.
What did you
Folks
make
that
him
watched
do?
that episode will know what I'm talking about, but we'll catch everybody else up a little bit later. Today, we're going back to our swear jar with a twist. So, if you've never watched the show before, as we receive super chats, we just got one just now. Thank you, Soulgasm, from our generous viewers. We appreciate everybody chatting and super chatting. If we hit a multiple of $100 in the super chat, it unleashes our swear jar, which allows one of the people on the panel to unleash a torrent of profanity. Okay? Otherwise, we're not supposed to be cursing. And if we hit 200 on the swear jar, okay, it releases an extra intense, passionate, personal level of profanity.
So, a soulgasm.
A soulgasm, if you will, of true profane art. So, again, you won't know exactly what that is. I may not know exactly what that is till we hit $200, and then we'll all find out.
Real quick, camera 4. I saw what you guys did on Friday. You knew I wasn't going to be here, and you humiliated me with our highest super chat day ever because you knew I'd be watching from afar, scouring the chats, scouring the super chats, knowing, pleading, desperately wanting the numbers to be low so they missed the Beck man. But no! You showed up, and you set records. And for that, I can truly say, I hope you all burn in hell.
Whoa. They got a lot of good things on Friday though. They got me and Brandon stole lyrics from songs from the Sony headquarters. We broke into Sony. It was the least we could do.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a musical day.
I leave for one wedding. My own. Oh no!
You already
The Lord of the Rings ring. It's reversed, so it makes the ring becomes invisible when I put it on.
How about let's hop into the headlines? First and foremost, and this is a super exciting one for us, production on Loki Season 2 just started today.
Right.
We know that the whole main cast from Season 1 are set to return. We don't know anything other than production started today. Hopefully we'll get a lot of updates in the coming months, so keep tuning into the Breakroom. We'll keep watching for new Loki news. We also, we might be getting a late-breaking piece of, nope, never mind. This is officially live.
Captain America has died.
Oh, God, what a terrible way to learn. We got a poster and a release date for the Disney Plus series I Am Groot. Do we have an asset for that, John? We don't have the poster for that.
Oh, my God. John, you had one job today.
Wow.
Well,
He sits in there doing a Rubik's Cube 11 hours a day.
we can act it out like it's Groot.
Right.
He's
He's
kicking
like
back.
this.
He's like, I think he has arms up, maybe.
And it's a
Arms
young
up.
Groot.
Young Groot, baby Groot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Toddler
It's
Groot.
animated.
He's got a cocktail for a young.
Maybe it's a
He's got some
mocktail.
he's got some root juice, you know?
Some Miracle Grow, maybe?
And we found out, I think maybe there'd been some hints at this, but we got confirmation. It's going to be a series of shorts. They're all going to drop the same day on August 10th.
I dropped a series of shorts this weekend, if you know what I'm saying.
Gosh.
Someone
Oh my God.
Someone throw him out. Throw him out.
Someone do something. Help us.
God, please.
There's also these two little figures
Yes.
kind of hiding behind a palm tree. It looks like it's supposed to be like an air freshener palm tree.
Yeah.
They look like porgs. Like porgs with 4 eyes, maybe
Yeah.
ticks or
Or
something
like
like that.
Tiny Big Hero 6 or
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like
But
that.
it's
Yeah.
like it's just that machine trying to make cuter and cuter things. The algorithm's trying to make cuter and cuter creatures.
Yes.
Now, oh, there it is. John found the asset on
Hey!
On the fly.
Yes. Good work there. Thank you, John. We regret everything bad we ever said about you.
John works so hard. He does so much here. I can't even believe he found time for that. He's so busy.
Now, James Gunn got asked on Twitter if the shorts were canon, and he responded that they are canon to themselves, I would think. What does that mean? That they're consistent from short to short?
I think
Yoda?
because if he did say it's not, then you wouldn't watch it.
That's
so
true.
you have to be like, some would say, like it has to
They
be.
could be put in a
scripted.
cannon and launched
Yeah,
in space. Maybe he hit the Guardian ship.
And he did say they will not be part of the Guardian saga. So, we can assume when a character gets fully animated, that is not necessarily keeping it canon.
Well, I mean, the What If series is
that's
considered
true.
canon, but those are different timelines, different universes, right? We can just say this is a Groot from a different timeline.
Yeah.
I think we all remember when Beetlejuice turned into an animated series.
yes,
and
I
it was
recall.
declared non-canon. That was a devastating time for animation from a live-action film.
Well,
So-
they made him a fun partner to Lydia,
Yeah.
and not the horrifying creep
man trying to kill her.
marry
Marry
an
and kill her.
underage girl that he was.
So let's not return to that crazy world, and let's learn from those lessons.
I love that show.
Yes, both the animated
Me
and the
too.
original
I
film
did
are
as
great.
well. I was just being
Brandon's a big fan of the Broadway musical.
It's true.
I
do
love
like
the
them,
Broadway
yeah.
musical as well.
Okay, a Deadline exclusive revealed that Oscar nominee Maria Bakalova, who played Borat's daughter in the great, hilarious second Borat movie, she's joined the MCU.
Yes.
She's been cast in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Undisclosed role at this point. We keep hearing, boy, they're adding a lot of actors.
Yeah.
And I thought they were done filming.
They
this
are,
movie?
so they must have filmed them all. Now they're like
just
slowly
letting it out.
saying like, you didn't see him on set. We used
you
the
missed
fake.
it."
We used the fake name. On call sheets in movies when it's a
here we
big
go.
star that isn't announced, they just put their character's name and then all their information, but they leave that part out. So that's how you know it's going to be someone cool.
But I would think they couldn't do that for this because then it gives away the character too, right?
Well,
You think they're double faking it.
There
probably.
There could be a world, maybe she's in a post-credit scene. Maybe this is a Harry Styles type of deal.
Yeah.
Also, with the way these things are shot on the volume stage, right? Like, she might have only been in the room with Dave Bautista or something like that.
true.
None of the other cast, none of the other production. Maybe they shot this months after the rest of the crew wrapped. You never know.
Wait, maybe she's Dave Bautista's love interest confirmed?
Oh, maybe she's taking over for Dave Bautista?
Oh, yeah.
Lady Drax?
Lady Drax.
Similar builds. At last night's MTV TV and Movie Awards, we got an extended look at Jane Foster's Lady Thor, Mighty Thor return in a little clip from the battle that we'd previously seen a little clip from in the trailer, what we think is a battle on New Asgard, and the attempted reunion with Mjolnir. John, can you roll that clip? Yes.
I love Thor's just enthusiasm towards everything. Like, Mjolnir,
I like
you're
that.
back.
I'm so confused as to so she's more chosen than he is for Mjolnir.
Well, it seems like Mjolnir came back for her.
Yes.
Not necessarily for him.
No, not for him.
And perhaps Mjolnir feels a little
Jaded?
Jaded.
Oh,
You got a
he's
new
allowed
boo
to.
thing?
Jilted.
He's allowed to.
Jilted.
I do-
left at the altar.
I do like, there was a bunch of great things. I mean, lots of comedy in that little clip. The way he's referring to it like it's
The
a lost,
music and
like it's a lost
everything,
puppy
yeah.
or something like that, or a former love. But then we also get to see Jane do the little, swingy swing thing with it at the end. So it's like, not only is she commanding Mjolnir, like she's using its full faculties,
Yes.
right? Like,
And that was always part of the physics of Thor, too, right? It wasn't that Thor can fly, it's that he can throw his hammer hard enough that he hangs
It would
on
pull
to it,
him,
and that's
yeah.
the flight, right? It's not him just organically taking off and stuff. So that's always like important, the physics of how Mjolnir works. I mean, we obviously don't see what leads up to this clip, but it's like he knows Mjolnir's there before he sees it, maybe, or maybe in the clip before this,
Does he
see it fly by or something like that.
I was trying to track the audio. It sounds like he says "here, boy."
Yeah, it does have like a little
dog.
bit of that.
Here, boy.
Here, boy. Yeah.
Okay, and this was spurring us before, because we all watched this clip. There's a couple of things we were trying to decipher about this clip. A, we were speculating, is this for sure taking place in New Asgard? You pointed out, I think, Brandon, that it looks like there's some like human American-esque civilians in the background.
Well, I wouldn't call them Americans. They're people. They're people first.
Okay, well, but North Americans.
Civilians.
They look like patriots.
They're not ancient Norwegians or something.
Well, but yeah, if they don't have the clothes on from Asgard, they just
Yes.
look like regular Norwegian civilians, right? And you see them kind of like fighting these monsters in the background. I don't think the normal citizens of Norway are going to like stream out to fight aliens. Maybe they are. But assuming they're Asgardians, and if you checked out BQ this weekend, you'd learn more about this.
Okay,
They're stronger than normal humans, and they've lived for thousands of years. So yeah, they would like, they're used to fighting, so they just take up arms and fight whatever alien shows up on the street. Unlike those cowardly New Yorkers running from the Chitauri like a bunch of babies.
Jesus. I was really hoping that this was, which it might probably very well not be. I wanted it to be Party Thor. Because he's like in retirement. He's like, I don't want to be a superhero right now. And he goes off on his ship and he's like, I'm going to party. So I was literally like, oh, this might just be a party scene where the hammer shows up. Like in What If, you know how like Captain Marvel was the one that had to squash it? What if it is Mighty Thor? Like what if it is Jane Foster being like, why aren't you cleaning this shit up? Why aren't you cleaning the stuff up?
Oh, like this is a party that got out of control.
Yeah, this is a party that got out of control.
Yeah.
But if it is New Asgard, I can also see that. I just want to make sure that it is New Asgard.
Sure.
And we were speculating, right? So the initial trailer for Thor gave us kind of a little bit of his character arc, right? He's at a weird place in his life. There's a little bit of he's lost a lot of stuff. There's a little bit of midlife crisis. He's kind of going on a journey of self. He gets in shape. There's maybe some spiritual qualities. He's looking for friends, whatever. Then at some point, we think, only hinted at in the second trailer, right? Gore shows up. That kind of reinvigorates him, gives him a purpose to fight this guy, something. So we think, where does his reconnection with Jane fall in that timeline? That's before, we think it's before Gore shows up, because then when we're at Olympus, in those later shots with Zeus, we think Jane and Valkyrie are there with Thor, right?
Yeah. Well, that could be what gets him back to Asgard. Maybe maybe there's this like call that goes out, like all the gods, you got to come to Olympus. We're having a meeting, and somehow Thor is aware of that, but like he's not invited, so he has to sneak in. That leads to that like flick, right? Because he snuck in. But Jane and Valkyrie are there, and they see him, and they're like, "Hey, where have you been? We've been down on Earth dealing with this." And he's like, "Jane, you look much different." Because that shot from the trailer where he's like, "Jane," right? It looks bizarre. The mask looks like it was CG'd on. He's not wearing that mask 2 seconds before in what we saw here.
Right.
The background looks weirdly flat. Like, I don't know where that came from. So that would make sense if that happens in Olympus, and then he goes back with them to Asgard, and that's when Gore shows up and the attacks begin.
So
and that reaction, that Jane reaction, kind of just fit the Korg telling the story trailer structure.
Yeah, which I think Korg telling that story, I think that's all just for the trailer. I think Taika just did that in the booth and was like, this will help us tell this this trailer story, right?
Interesting, because we were speculating that like maybe that entire first two-thirds of the first trailer with Korg narrating, that all might be in the first 10 minutes of the movie. Right. Like
Marvel does a good job of just putting in the trailer what's the first two acts and keeping all the third act stuff out for as much as they can.
Yes. Now, what do we think has been Jane's kind of journey up until the point of this scene?
Okay. Like how long has she been?
I have a theory on this.
Oh, okay, please.
I have a theory. You heard it here first. This is a Tom exclusive.
Whoa!
Play my just kidding. This Tom exclusive is brought to you by our friends at whatever these things are called again. Soup cans.
Soup cans.
Soup cans. The soup cans. The only can fit for my can. All right. So anyway, I think Jane Foster, we know from a toy spoiler, which is always my favorite.
Yes.
When toys spoil movies. That Jane is going to get a bad medical diagnosis, and
the diagnosis is accurate, but it's a negative.
Yes, a very accurate medical diagnosis that is sad.
Yes.
So I think part of that after hearing that, she's going to be like, all right, I'm going to go have some fun and travel the world and take care of myself, maybe not stress myself out with my job. That might have been what, may have caused some of this. I'm going to go out and, kind of live like I was dying, like the country song says. Go skydiving, Rocky Mountain hiking, 2.7 seconds on a bull named Fu Manchu. And you loved deeper and you spoke sweeter. And you gave forgiveness that you'd been denying.
Right, so how does it become Thor?
And I hope someday you get a chance to live like you were dying, all right? People know that song in the chat. Call in if you know it. Tim McGraw. So, anyway, I think she goes to New
Faith Hill's husband?
That's right. Star of 1883. So I think she goes to New Asgard as a way... I actually forgot what my theory was. She goes to New Asgard as a way to kind of like heal some old wounds. And all of a sudden, the pieces of Mjolnir start to... She's there, like, she's like, yeah, maybe she knows some of the Asgardians from her time in Asgard. Sure. Some people that we don't ever see before. They're like, I was your handmaiden when you were Thor's girlfriend. And I was a cobbler making shoes
Let him
for
finish
you.
that. Let him finish.
So go ahead, yeah.
I was just going to say, because her and Valkyrie have never shared the screen before.
No, they don't know each other.
In theory, they haven't met as we've seen.
And then they have then she's like, so you're Jane Foster. And then she's like, I am. And she's like, Thor said so much about you. And she's like, he has? What are you, his girlfriend? I don't know why Natalie has a British accent in all this.
Continue.
And then,
she lives in London for a little. Her mom lives in London.
Marvel loves a girls do it better team up. They come together. They roast the shit out of Thor. Meanwhile, Mjolnir still
Roast the what?
Stuff out of Thor. Meanwhile, Mjolnir's going and forms back together, flies into her hand. She's like, whoa! And then she's like, whoa, I feel powerful. Lightning crashes. Another great
Live.
And then she becomes Thor, and that's it. It's all part of her healing.
And that makes her muscular. The lightning crash.
I think I agree
it's all
with
part
Tommy.
of her recovery.
I agree with Tommy because that rubble that is left behind of Mjolnir, no one else can lift. So what if she is like going on her like, I'm just gonna go travel the world a little bit, and then comes across it and it pieces back together and goes into her hand.
Sword in the Stone style.
I think it has to do more with the Reality Stone. I think we're having a little ether madness, dog. You know what I'm
Whoa!
I think the ether got her sick, but the ether gonna make her right again. And I think she feels like a pull, almost like she doesn't know what it is. Pulling her to New Asgard. She's dying. She gets the medical diagnosis, which does not have great results, but is very accurate. She goes to have her last trip around the world or whatever, and she feels compelled to go to New Asgard. And when she gets there, Mjolnir reforms and is drawn to her because of the connection to the ether, the Reality Stone, which has been destroyed but still is atomized out there in the universe.
I like that. Okay, so second half of my theory. I'm just kidding.
And then Valkyrie's there, and she's like, "Oh, you're Jane Foster." I don't know why she's Australian in this one. And then Jane Foster.
No,
is like,
why? Oh no, you're Jane Foster.
Dear Lord.
yes.
Dear Lord.
I think we can all agree on that sentiment.
But I mean, the thrust of that is, do we think Jane Foster has been powered up for a while? More than a day?
Or is it almost happening in real time in front of
Did that happen during the battle? Or has she been there keeping Asgard safe for a while?
I think she's been in Asgard because I think all the clips that we're seeing with her and Valkyrie, I'm like, not trying to be mean, but Valkyrie is still kind of a standoffish person. I don't think it's going to be so quick for her and Jane to become close friends.
Well, who just suggested that in their theory?
Okay, well, I'm just saying.
Why are you waving at me? I'm right.
I'm just saying. I think that they've been together. They've been together for a minute.
All right. Okay.
And Valkyrie wasn't blipped. She lived through those 5 years.
Yes.
She was there, because they go and see her, and she's like, Thor's not handling it. She had to kind of take over. You gotta remember, Valkyrie had a bit of a drinking problem when she was out Ragnarok. She was very depressed.
She was in a dark place.
Yeah, she had a very dark place.
That's right.
This has given her new meaning, having to be a king and
a
take
leader.
over.
Yes.
But maybe she's fucking sick of it. I didn't say
She's what sick of it?
She's freaking sick of it.
Okay.
We're really bad at
We'll be bad at the tip
We
jar.
need to be punished
If you
for
don't
that.
want us to be restraining ourselves so heavily,
painful.
you've got to hit that tip jar.
No, I think they're doing a great job, guys. Thanks for being so generous so far. You know me. I'm always thankful for the super chats. I think everybody does a great job.
God.
Look at me real quick.
No.
Stingy
Don't
fool.
be mean.
We're
Don't
$40
be mean.
away, okay? Reach down deep. It's almost Christmas.
It's almost Christmas.
In July.
It's not even halfway to Christmas.
I think there's a good chance that yes, that both this scene and I don't. There's so much that we don't know. We know like what the comics arc is, and they're certainly pulling some things, as Tommy mentioned. The toy description seems like they're going to pull some stuff from the comics arc, but the exact way that all of this stuff happens and comes together, and the way Taika Waititi and the Marvel crew put it together, we don't know, and it's going to be really fun to see. Yeah. Speaking of fun to see, thank you, Abel Naz, throwing in a big super chat. I'll pay for that bad word, Tom. Okay, thank you, Abel.
Soon enough, Abel.
We've got
soon enough.
a couple bucks left there, and in the meantime, we want to thank our good friends at Athletic Greens for sponsoring this show, and with their signature product, AG1.
Yes.
This bad boy's got 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, probiotics, all the other good stuff you need in your day. Tommy's a big fan of Simple Greens.
I love AG1. I love AG1, guys. I'm on the AG train. Athletic Greens, not Simple Greens. They're very complex.
Now, Zach is going to do this live.
I'm doing a live Mitch. I did a one spoonful mix, and now I'm going to shake it up right on air. Now, this is risky. This thing could explode.
Is that sealed properly?
It is. I'm pretty sure it's sealed.
Okay.
If we ruin all of our camera equipment by spritzing
It
Athletic
looks
Greens,
great.
Yes. Look at in real time. Look at that.
And I got to say something. They tell you to do it on an empty stomach.
Oh,
and,
they do?
And, you know, a lot of times when you take vitamins on an empty stomach, you get a little nauseous. You know, something that's very nutrient rich.
Right.
I take this on an empty stomach in the morning. I feel like a rocket ship, baby.
They want you to do it empty stomach because it soaks into
You had told me
your
that,
belly,
Brandon.
and it gets you like jazzed for the day. You get your body, get your stomach ready to handle whatever else you're going to eat the rest of the day.
All joking, no jokes.
No jokes.
You know I love to joke, but I do not joke about AG1 formula, okay?
That's right.
Dead serious about
We
it.
love it here. We appreciate Athletic Greens for sponsoring the break room in the last week. We've all been drinking it, feeling good. If you notice
stuff.
certain ebullience of the cast, a glow, a youthful exuberance.
I mean, I've been telling you guys, people have been coming up to me and saying, little boy, where are your parents? Where are your parents? And I'm like, I'm 6'1", 370 pounds. My parents are dead from childbirth.
No.
I blew out of the womb this way.
Where is this going, Tommy? Okay, right now it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition. You know what? You don't need a bunch of pills, as Tommy was mentioning. You just need an awful...
Not for this, anyway.
You just need some awful imagery in your brain with traumatic birth and a little Athletic Greens. Right now, if you order some Athletic Greens, they'll give you a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase.
Wow.
Yes, that's a great deal. All you have to do is go to athleticgreens.com/breakroom. The link is in this video's description. Or athleticgreens.com/breakroom. Take ownership over your health. Pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance. And you know what? You know what time it is, Tommy?
What's that?
Wait,
What?
did we talk about seeing Morbius?
Well,
That's
sorry.
what's coming up.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you know, very critical of me on this show, but very rarely do you read the full script that I painstakingly write every day, and that, I gotta say, makes me feel like dog shit.
Tommy swears.
we did unlock the swear jar,
We did
Tommy.
unlock it. Yes, thank you to everyone who's submitted super chats. Mr. Krabs, Soulgasm, Antarondo.
But do you want to know what doesn't make me feel like dog poo? Because we're out of the swear zone? Mandatory fun!
Whoa, it's back, baby!
no.
Where's the graphic? There it is. Oh, yeah, you know. This is the segment heard around the world, received so nice, we play the graphic twice. Hit it again!
Beautiful. What a graphic.
A graphic that has won over the hearts and minds, so we play it 3 times. Hit it again!
Gosh. Too much graphic.
The segment that keeps opening up hearts and doors, so we have to play it in 4s. Hit it again!
Hearts and doors.
Hit
Hearts
it.
and doors.
We always keep it Gucci to Moochie on Mandatory Fun, baby, and today is no different. I've got my 3 best friends in the whole wide world
Thank
here
you, Tommy.
today
That's very genuine
to
of
have
you.
a little fun with me, and it ain't optional. It's mandatory.
Yes.
unfortunately, and this keeps happening, I've got a doctor's appointment.
What?
Oh.
So I can't be here for mandatory.
You know
time.
this is the time that we
I know
do the show.
I know, but guess what? Doctors don't care. When you're as sick as I am, you got to be there every day.
Why would you make the appointment right after your hiatus?
I was not on hiatus. I was attending the beautiful wedding of my friends Garrett and Darlene, and I gave it 6 years.
My God.
I gotta go.
Wow.
So I'm gonna be here soon.
Well, I don't know what we're gonna do during mandatory time
Okay.
without
Well,
Tommy here.
he played the graphic and then he bailed.
As long as it's not Tommy was very upset with me earlier, so I don't mind who replaces it.
Oh,
Okay.
you didn't read through the script. It sounded
It was a certain part that Zach made.
I will say it's
confusing.
We did get a super chat from Frey Girl who asked, on Earth 838, what hero has their own Smash Broadway musical? Frey Girl, you asked this on Discord as well, and we did do it on Big Question, which will come out later this week. So you will get an answer from me on that one.
Oh, okay. This would be the equivalent of Rogers the Musical.
I
but
gave
on
a very
838.
detailed answer about what I think it is in that.
Will you just hint at it?
It's not Steve Rogers, I'll tell you that much. It's
I
someone
want it.
else who sacrificed himself in the 838.
Can I say like Quentin Beck?
Oh, you think Quentin Beck has a musical?
I think he gets to it's like the How to Succeed in Business.
Hang on, gang. Hang on, gossip hounds. Hang on, you gossip hounds. How's it going?
It's going well.
I'm Harvey Michael Bechtold, and this is BMZ.
Oh,
Whoa,
BMZ.
BMZ.
We cover all the hot goss and soupy sauce.
What does BMZ stand for?
Big Man Zach.
Oh, Big Man Zach, huh?
No, it stands for bonus movie, Zeus.
Oh, okay.
I got my protein shake.
Oh, okay.
It makes my heart ache because I drink too much of it. Now, hot news on the street was that Jar Jar Binks was originally going to play Ugly Sonic in Chip and Dale.
Yes, I saw that. That was a real. That really is a real headline.
That's right. So they said, we own the character Jar Jar Binks. We don't own the character Ugly Sonic. Let's pay out some money so we can deny that Jar Jar Binks exists.
They didn't want to tarnish Jar Jar Binks. They didn't want Jar Jar Binks to be a punchline.
Now that's the type of goss that pleases the boss.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow.
So I'm hoping each one of you can hit me up with a gossip story so juicy, so loosey, so goosey, that we trend on Twitter and we trend on Zwank, which is the new app in Sweden I signed us up for.
Zwank?
Yeah, Zwank. It's a gossip app in Sweden. Who's got something for me?
And just to be clear,
Are you gonna sit
you're
down?
a Harvey Levin-esque figure. Is that
yeah.
that right? Okay.
This is BMZ.
Oh sure.
You can't tell by my tight shirt and my
Well,
drink?
Harvey, I've been hitting the streets. I've been reaching out to my sources.
Oh wow, you got a notebook.
I
wow.
did get some rumors. Okay?
I like you.
I got a hot rumor for you. Apparently, Top Gun Maverick is storming the box office.
Yeah.
It shot down Doctor Strange like he was a rogue state sending a jet out. You know what I mean? If you've seen the movie, you know what that means. Apparently, though, that wasn't the original script. The script that Tom Cruise really wanted to make the movie focus on was Maverick taking his jet, flying into heaven, killing God, and bringing Goose back down to
So a
Earth.
bit of a Gore the God Butcher
A little bit of
story.
yeah. Marvel stepped on his toes a little bit, but
Whoa.
he wrote that script himself.
Now that's a rumor that'll cure this tumor.
Oh, you have a tumor?
I love it. Now there's some goss you didn't know.
Was this a bad medical diagnosis?
I got a very accurate medical diagnosis of some very bad news.
Oh
okay,
my
okay.
God.
Now,
Okay.
a little birdie just tweeted in my ear.
On Zwank?
We'll be putting this up on. This is a Zwank exclusive. It's not going on the Bird app.
Very swanky.
You say a Twink exclusive?
Zwank exclusive is what's going on in my room at the Roosevelt later.
Oh my gosh.
stop
Oh
him.
my gosh.
Someone
You
stop
gotta be stopped.
All right, now this is a Zwank exclusive. Super chats are flying through the roof right now. I heard a little birdie told me 2 of my best gossip hounds went to the theater on Saturday night.
Okay, so
Yeah, these monsters in chat.
yes, as was teased earlier. So on Friday, I made a statement. This was not
No, he
pre-approved,
did not
pre-planned.
say this.
I went rogue like Maverick against in Top Gun Maverick, and I said that if we had $300 in super chats, I would go see Morbius for a second time at the theater. We did very quickly. People really wanted to punish me, make me go see. But then there were enough people super chatting saying, "Actually, I'll pay you not to see it." So I was like, "Well, if we hit 400, I won't go."
Yeah.
But then I was like, but if we hit 500, I'm back to going. And you know what? Everybody came through. We hit like $570. So I went and saw Morbius at 10 p.m. on Saturday night at the Burbank AMC 16. And Jessica, though she didn't have to.
He dragged me there.
She did not have
He told me
to.
that I couldn't get paid for this
We
if
told-
I don't show up to watch
Okay,
Morbius.
wow.
He sent photos of Jessica's cat sleeping. It was
No.
like, if you ever want to see this cat wake up,
Wow.
you better come to
Okay,
Morbius.
well,
So
those
what
are,
you're saying is, because of the chat, you were in, you were out. You were back in, you shook it all about. You went down to the AMC, you saw Morbius twice, and that made you feel real nice. Hey.
The Moki Pokey.
So we did sit through Morbius for a second time. We had joked beforehand, maybe we'll just go watch the first 10 minutes and sneak out. We watched the full.
We watched the full thing.
90 minutes.
We even watched the trailers before it.
Yes,
we even
that-
watched Nicole Kidman before
Are they
it.
still showing old trailers from Morbius?
No, there's new trailers.
It's new trailers.
Yeah, we had Nope. We had a new Lightyear one.
Yeah, the new.
some
It
good
was
stuff.
and it was the newer Lightyear trailer. It
Yes.
wasn't the
You know,
old
this
Lightyear
is what I told to Nicolas Cage in 1994 when we were at the Chateau Montmartre.
Yeah?
Heart attacks feel good in a place like this.
Okay. Zach,
Oh my
continue.
God.
Harvey, how many heart attacks have you had?
Baker's dozen
Oh, wow.
this millennium.
Oh, my God.
Before then, I don't know. I'm on. You've heard the song "Old MacDonald."
Yeah.
I'm on the fifth animal of hearts. I have an artificial goose heart. I've got a goose heart in here now.
Is the song Old MacDonald about
Heart
Old MacDonald
transplant.
having a heart attack?
That's what they're saying. Old MacDonald had a farm, and it saved his life.
Okay.
Every time his heart gave out, they put one in his chest. With a moo moo here, and an oink oink here. Here a caca, here a caca, everywhere.
The E-I-E-I-O is
Calm
him
down
screaming
before
out
you
his
have
head.
another heart attack,
Oh
please.
my God! Well, I wanted to say that as I was walking up to the theater for the 10 p.m. showing of Morbius, which by the way I did throw it out. Anybody that wanted to come watch it with us,
Yeah.
I don't think anybody. There were a surprising number of people in
There
the theater.
was exactly 33 people in
What's
the
wrong
theater.
with you people?
But I don't think any of them were Breakroom fans, or at least they didn't come up and say, "Hey, maybe they were keeping it low key." But as I was walking into the theater, there was a-
Loki.
Oh, no.
Did you just drop an accidental spoiler? Loki
wish.
and Morbius confirmed?
I wish that would have made that movie that much more fun. But as I was walking up to the theater, there was a guy selling what he said was officially licensed merch out of his car.
No way.
And
Out of
so
his car.
I did buy a shirt.
Wow.
Zach, I don't think that's.
Is that a
real merch.
Banksy?
I don't
No,
think that's
no.
real
He
merch.
said he reappropriated a lab that had previously been used to make counterfeit money.
Oh, yeah.
But now it's making officially
It's
licensed
making
Morbius.
teas, graphic
Yeah,
teas.
it's
I mean,
Mormon
that's,
time.
that's what I like most about science is any laboratory can repurpose to do any sort of science.
That's
Oh, that's
huge.
Morbius.
Yeah. If
That's
Morbius taught
Morbius.
me anything, science can be done
Yes.
with any
If
machine.
Morbius taught me anything, it's about the phalanges in your hand, which I keep doing to people. I'm like, I'm going to break your hand.
Oh, that's
I know
right.
the
Because he
phalanges.
says, as he's breaking the guys in the lab, what does he say? Like, oh, you have
Here's
this
the
many
phalange.
bones.
I keep calling them fallopian tubes, or wanting to call them
not
fallopian
That's
tubes.
what mine are, actually. They're horse fallopian tubes.
Oh.
I lost my fingers in a bowling accident with Jack Nicholson. We were at the spare room right on the third floor of the Roosevelt in 1997, and I said as good as it gets was about as bad as I'd ever seen.
Oh, my-
And he smashed my hand between a 14-pound ball and an Australian guy's face.
Dashiell, our cameraman, is not being able to hold up anymore.
If the shot gets a little shaky, it's because Dashiell's dying of
Hey,
laughter.
Harvey, set your hands between these balls.
that was a good one.
Thank you, thank you.
That's that gave me a flashback. All right. So you guys had a pretty morbid good time.
We had a great,
Did you
we had
guys
a great
stay for
time.
the post credits?
We did, too.
Yes.
Both of them?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
What's
still
wrong
the
with
same.
you?
Confirmed they have not changed the post-credit scene.
That's great.
And
news.
Sony didn't change anything about this movie.
No.
It's as is.
Same.
They really should. They should.
They
shake
should
up
have.
a
It was a
little
missed opportunity. I would have been especially down. Well, also we realized they're only charging $5 for
They're
these tickets.
$5.
Oh, that's very
At this
nice
theater.
of them.
That's kind
very
of nice.
of them.
Though I will say, I'll tease. I don't know that we're going to do the exact same thing this upcoming Friday. Morbius might not still be in theaters, but we're going to do something ridiculous on Friday.
Oh no.
Okay? Completely ridiculous.
Oh,
So,
that's
I
not
don't
what
like
this
the
show
sound of that.
does.
I don't like the
This
sound
show's
of
about class.
Yeah.
This show's about dignity, and this show's about law and order.
that. Yeah.
The series, Special Victims Unit,
Yay.
starring Mariska Hargitay, daughter of James Mansfield. Me and James Mansfield.
No,
Oh, I don't want to know what you did with
okay.
James.
James
Mansfield.
Mansfield.
All right. Jessica,
think
you got any gossip?
I was waiting for Zach's goss first.
That was his goal.
That's all
That
I
was
got.
your goss.
That's legit, Goss. We were spotted at the AMC 16 watching a
Are you
movie.
kidding me? Swank is on fire right now.
My-
We're going blurgin. That's viral.
Do you know the movie, Harvey, do you know the movie The Nun?
No, I don't know the movie The Nun.
The scary movie.
Yeah.
I made a movie with a nun once.
Oh my
Okay,
God,
well, that's not what
Harvey.
I'm going at
Check
right
it
now.
out.
That's a different Harvey, I think.
So that's a different Harvey joint. So the movie The Nun, the horror movie, right?
Yeah.
So they were doing a casting call, an open casting call for The Nun. They didn't think about, we need her to look more spooky. We just need someone that's played a nun before. So they reached out to Whoopi Goldberg. No.
They did?
They did. They reached out to Whoopi Goldberg.
She's such a treasure.
She declined.
good.
She declined.
Good
So
for you,
then-
Whoopi. Way to have standards.
Well, this is the crazy part.
Okay, so I
This is the crazy part. They then reached out to Jay-Z to dress her up as Whoopi Goldberg.
Jay-Z dressed him up as Whoopi?
Yeah, to dress him up as Whoopi Goldberg as a nun.
This is crazy, because one night at the W Hotel in Brooklyn, I dressed Jay-Z up like Whoopi Goldberg for a little bit of a role play.
Yes.
Yes. And I said, New York, where concrete jungles are broken up by my thunderous
Yes.
hips.
100. It didn't work out.
Do you like
didn't
the
work
scent at the W in New York? You know, every W has a different smell.
Yeah, I do. The one in
Signature
New York smells like regret, smells like loss, it smells like people betting on the Mets instead of the Yankees.
Was your interaction with Jay-Z, is that why Solange kicked his ass in that
Yeah,
elevator that
Solange
one
kicked
time?
his ass. I guess you could say lemonade's about me. Milk is also about me. And you go around the corner and check out fudge, that's about me too.
Tommy
All right.
Blevin with the good hair over here.
That's right. All right, guys. I think we're hearing from
John's demanding that we end.
we're hearing from the boss that the segment might need to end now. There are no winners in this segment, as per usual. At BMZ, there are only gossip hounds. So stay tuned. Check out the website. Follow us on Zwank.
Check us
And
out on Zwank.
yeah, you guys have a good rest of your day.
Yeah,
Oh, wow. Okay, bye. Thanks. All right.
Can I get my parking validated? I gotta go get a snake heart put in my chest.
Stop giving him animal parts. So, Mr. Krabs, you had asked how Morbin times 2 was. That's how it was.
Yes,
For
it was
Tom
actually a lot of fun.
or
Mr.
for
Krebs,
your-
I gotta say,
Exactly.
I don't know that Jessica would agree. I had a better time watching it the second time. I think I came in with no expectations, just there to have a good time, and it delivered.
John,
Jessica's never gonna be the same.
Jessica's a mess. John Atten had a super chat where he asked, would love to see Skinny Steve become the Sorcerer Supreme in the next What If series. That's like an interesting one. Because we saw like Skinny Steve become like the, I don't know what they call not the Ironmonger, but like basically like Iron Man.
Yeah, the suit. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, another What If with Skinny Steve if he became like the Sorcerer
I like that.
Supreme.
Unsuper soldiered Steve, if
Yeah,
you
yeah.
will. Yeah. That's
he'd be,
great.
He'd be a good Sorcerer Supreme.
Okay.
Did you bring me a napkin?
You need a tissue.
Jessica's weeping out of laughter over here. Let's run through a couple other headlines. I heard Tommy's doctor's appointment might be wrapping up sometime soon. In an exclusive interview with the Direct, Miss Marvel and producer Sana Amanat, apologies. Here's Tommy.
guys.
Tommy, you missed a really fun mandatory fun.
I did?
Yeah.
Damn it. Well, sorry, guys.
That was a quick doctor's appointment, though. That's
I got some bad news. They're going to try and put a goose heart in me.
don't take animal hearts.
Wow. Of all
guess
the
that-
animals, I wouldn't think a goose would be that compatible with.
Evidently, my heart is so badly damaged, any goose will do. Hopefully, it turns into a swan, right? Is that how that works?
So a writer and producer on Miss Marvel addressed, she was asked about Kamala's origin and like where it falls, where the story of Miss Marvel kind of falls in the MCU timeline. And she had this to say, I feel like it's 1 to 2 years, something like that, after Endgame. I don't actually know for sure, but we do have that in our timeline. So that's kind of interesting. A few years after Endgame, that's also when, is that when we're assuming kind of Hawkeye and those things are taking
Well, yeah,
place?
Hawkeye kind of takes place at the same time as Spider-Man No Way Home, right? We saw Rockefeller Plaza has the Christmas tree. That's 2024 leading into 2025. So we assume if we keep moving forward, Multiverse of Madness, that happens in 2025 because Doctor Strange doesn't know anything about Spider-Man. He doesn't know how his webs work or anything. That's all been wiped from his memory. So we're probably in 2025, which would be 2 years after the blip, which was in 2023. So that all makes sense. And we seem to be catching up moving forward. There's still a couple of years ahead of us in real time, but we're slowly catching up, I guess.
Yeah.
And I don't think they want to jump ahead anytime soon again. And I'm hoping like She-Hulk and everything keeps moving forward.
Yeah. And not kind of seeing different parts of the same time period or something like that. We've also learned, this is kind of just a silly fun fact, that Ms. Marvel's rating has increased from a TV PG to a TV 14.
Oh, yeah.
And just for folks that don't know, right, it goes TV PG, TV 14, mature audiences, I believe, and that's supposed to be for 17 and up is the one above. So this one is cool for people 14 and up, presumably. Previous Marvel Disney Plus shows have mostly been TV 14, but a few of them have like differed from episode to episode depending on the content.
I also think that in general, if my understanding of the rating systems for TV goes, it's a little similar to movies where they're not saying that 14 is the age in which you can handle this. They're saying that if your kids are under 14, you should watch it with them so that if they have questions, they're not just guessing as to why things like, violent things are happening. That way you can kind of contextualize, this is a powered individual doing something.
That's a really mature way to look at it, Tommy.
Well, I'm actually a pretty mature guy. I don't know who keeps subbing in for me. But,
Below the Line recently spoke to Hawkeye's two composers, Christoph Beck and Michael Paraskevas, I think I'm saying those right, who they had an interesting quote, just in talking about their process of making the music for Hawkeye. They mentioned that they had originally made a score that was a lot darker to match a much darker tone for the series, but then as the series kind of became lighter in tone, they had to redo their score, which is an interesting thing, right? Like it was originally maybe going to explore more of kind of Hawkeye's trauma coming out of all the events of Endgame and things like that, dealing with his hearing loss.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and then when it kind of shifted to be maybe a little bit more of a Kate Bishop story and kind of be this buddy, cop kind of a thing that shifted the tone and the soundtrack.
And this was like the score, not the soundtrack necessarily, because I'm wondering if initially it wasn't even set at Christmas time, and that's something that came later.
Well, if you go through, I had the luxury of reading this whole article, whereas, others are just only reading the headlines. Now, they talk about how they had to incorporate the Christmas music in and how, then we had to kind of make new music that were plays off of existing Christmas songs, and now that kind of made it both easier and more complicated. Easier to make the songs, but more complicated is to figure out which songs to use to still set a tone for an action series. And then, guys, whatever, I burned myself out of that.
The doctor's appointment was really
on that Thor theory that didn't go over well.
In an interview with Screen Rant, Emily Swallow, who plays the Armorer on The Mandalorian, that's one of my favorite characters. Never seen her face on the show.
Saw her at Celebration. Beautiful woman. Not that matters.
Of course.
But, she's
it's kind of a waste of an attractive actor, isn't it? They could put a real Uggo under the helmet.
That's right.
God.
Yeah, put a real slob under there for crying out loud.
This side of the table is upset with that side of the
Let's
table.
get Slob from Goonies under there. Is he still around?
Oh my gosh.
Mandalorian! Love Chunk!
The Redemptions that will be coming in the future will be teamed up, and I want it to be well aware that they are already at -5.
Yeah, put a line in between these tables.
Hey, you Grogu!
Oh my God.
Okay, he's doing Slog from Goonies. Armor. Okay, that's a what if I'd like to see. But again, it's a great character we haven't seen a lot of, but that character, the Armorer character, is going to be playing a bigger role in season 3.
Yes.
Now, Tommy, you're at Star Wars Celebration.
Yes.
Again, you mentioned you saw this actress in person. She was there on the panel, and you got to see a little bit of footage.
Yes, they showed
Mando.
2 different teasers. Well, they showed a teaser Thursday, and then they showed another teaser Saturday that was longer. And she is in several scenes in just the teaser trailer, including a lot more active scenes. A lot of times we just see her kind of standing
always
there.
in hiding.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I mean, like, you know, even when she's like, you know, forging things, like she's just kind of standing there extolling wisdom. I don't want to spoil it for people, but she gets active. Let's just say there's some fighting scenes.
Cool.
Yeah, so look forward
We
to
saw
that.
her handle herself with her weapons against
Yeah.
the Darksaber.
Yeah.
Right.
Get those
Powerful stuff.
cool
Powerful
hammers.
stuff.
Ooh.
That's great.
Yes.
Sorry, not to. This cough is because I was crying while laughing. The people in the polls.
Yes.
They
Yes.
said, "Would you prefer Jar Jar over Ugly Sonic and Chip and Dale?" And a lot said yes.
Oh.
52%.
Well,
yeah,
it's a pretty
they
close
wanted Jar Jar
election
Binks.
there,
That's
actually.
close,
that's
but
pretty
52
close.
is I thought it was
People are ready for the Jar Jar
Yes.
sounds, I think.
also-
Well, we want Darth Jar Jar. We want
Right.
to see Jar Jar go
Yes.
dark. I
That's
mean,
my
he
friend
gave
Dylan.
away the Senate.
My friend Dylan would say, Jar Jar is the key. A quote from
is
George
the key.
Lucas. Jar Jar
Yes.
is the key to everything.
We got a couple other polls that thank you, Jessica, for reminding us to check in with those. 67% of you saying you're going to see Thor 4 on opening night, as opposed to waiting till Saturday afternoon,
Yeah.
Sunday midday, whatever. That's a pretty strong number. Also, okay, so we were talking about this right before the show. This, we don't know for sure the times, but we
Right.
think tomorrow night at midnight, or into early Wednesday
Midnight for
morning.
us on the West Coast.
Yes, early Wednesday morning for most folks. We are getting both Obi-Wan episode 4, thank you, and Miss Marvel episode 1, both dropping the same night. So how do you prioritize? Which do you watch first, assuming they're both dropping the same time, which we think they are? And we got 57% saying they're watching Obi-Wan first, with 38% saying Miss Marvel. 4% saying neither.
You four are trolls.
Well, maybe they're not going to watch them on Wednesday. The question asked first on Wednesday.
That's
Maybe
true.
They're not going to watch them
And
on
you know what?
You're not
Maybe
a troll.
maybe
You're
some
ruled.
people are not Star Wars or Marvel fans, but they still like watching this show. Maybe they're Jessica fans. Maybe they're Brandon fans. Maybe they're Zach fans. Maybe they're
They're
Tommy
Team
fans.
Janet.
Maybe they're Dashiell fans,
Oh,
guys.
maybe.
If you want to watch this show just for the fun banter and the drinks, I get it. But if you're going to do that, pay up. Okay?
Pay up.
This
Well,
ain't free.
I'm wondering if Disney, because they surprised us by dropping Obi-Wan Kenobi early. Thank you so much
Yes.
for dropping it.
Yeah,
we can
9
watch it
p.m.
early in the
instead of
evening.
midnight, I believe, yeah.
But that was also, they had Star Wars Celebration going on. They had a lot of fans there. So they might drop Miss Marvel early to be like, hey, we got a new show, check it out. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if they drop them both at the same time.
We, of course, would love it if they spread those out on different nights.
yes.
Yes.
Someone said, Painter said, how was Matt Smith's dancing? And this is a scene that me and Zach looked each other in the eyes in this dark theater to be like, I wish he didn't do this. This
Yes.
is really hard to watch.
Just as cringy, maybe more cringy as ever. We're talking about
Oh,
Morbius.
sorry, when we saw
upon
Morbius.
Second viewing, that scene where Lucian, a.k.a.
Milo,
Milo,
they call him.
right? The poor character is negged from childhood.
Yes.
No wonder he turns
That's
evil.
what I'm saying. I would have ate him too if I could have tried to.
ate just
Be a
strangers?
vampire, just eat strangers.
Individuals,
I want to
innocents.
point out, Allison Becker, 94, points B. Adam trailer drops in 2 days. Talk about it, please. Brian Adams,
Yeah.
putting out new music.
Summer of '69.
That's crazy.
No matter what year it is, it's summer of
We'll
'69 here.
talk about
the
Black
Black
Adam.
Adam trailer is
Yeah.
coming out Wednesday.
Wednesday's going to be a busy day.
Yes.
A lot to talk about on Wednesday, but we will talk about it because most of us don't know much about Black Adam.
Yeah.
Except for Jessica.
Jessica's been reading the comics. She knows a ton about it.
He's fine.
And I'm very interested to see what this movie is going to be all about. I don't know. I was really impressed with Shazam. This is in
Yes.
the Shazamiverse,
Yes.
I believe, which is technically part of the DCEU, though it seems like it wants to be like, oh, we're good over
We
here.
might have our own thing. It's okay.
yeah. doing
And we'll see
fine.
if they
Thanks
make
so
any
much.
attempt. We'll see if there's a Wonder Woman cameo in this or something like that. We don't know.
But I'd love to see what the Rock's
I want to
gonna
hop
do.
around a little bit. We're going to skip what we're going to talk about next because I want to be sure to get to this. Jessica, you have a little bit of an inside scoop. You brought up something earlier today that I want to talk. Oh, you don't want to talk about it? Okay. Okay. Fair. Maybe tomorrow.
We can talk about. Okay, allegedly, you guys, I'm on a bunch of weird servers to figure out when tickets
on the dark
go
web.
on. I'm on the dark web trying to find out when Marvel tickets go on sale.
What's the dark web?
We'll get into it later. We'll talk about it offline. But you guys, the tickets, if you have an AMC pass or if you're an AMC person, this is compared to Fandango or whatever, the tickets for Thor: Love and Thunder allegedly will go on sale tomorrow morning. Just like Multiverse of Madness, it went on sale like 6 a.m. a month from the day the movie comes out.
Wow. About 30 days out, right?
Yeah, but we're fighting in our little server because there's news now that they're pushing it to June 16th.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to, you guys know dang well I'm going to still wake up at 5 a.m. and just be prepared because those tickets go out so quick.
Right.
And I want a normal seat. Yeah. When I saw Spider-Man No Way Home, far left. Do you, and I was third row from the front. You can't even see.
But they're gonna have multiple screens, but you want like a Dolby experience.
I do. Well, even like then, sometimes they sell out. Still, they sell out so quickly. And Thor: Love and Thunder is so popular.
You just go at 3 a.m. when they're not even open.
Well, I want to see it before Twitter sees it. Yeah. so that's why.
You guys, you heard it here first. Jessica's confirming 6 a.m. tomorrow. They will definitely be on sale. Hit her up at Lulu Clemons on Twitter if they are not. On sale directly at 6.
You can yell at me, but I will also be be and feel your pain.
Fire your zwinkers on Zwank if she's wrong.
Yeah, also hit us up on Zwank, where I think we're not flurgling anymore. We were
on Twink, flurgling?
No, we're not on Twink. We're on Swank, and please be careful.
Please.
What you keep saying it?
Don't send these people to the wrong social media site.
I'm trying to build our following here, guys. Or Harvey is.
Folks, especially our Breakroom viewers, we appreciate all of you. We don't know if this is going to turn out to be true, but even if there's a possibility, we want to give them the inside scoop.
That's right.
And you know what, Jessica? If you miss out on a ticket, wouldn't you feel a little bit better knowing that at least you missed out to an awesome Breakroom fan who jumped on it ahead
Someone
of you?
like John Ayton, who said, would love to see Skinny Steve become... So you already read that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Someone like Anto Rondon that says, love you guys. Favorite MCU couple, go Bills. Favorite MCU couple, Icarus and the Sun, baby.
Oh, dang. Heartless, murderous, foul.
My favorite couple is probably Tony and Helper.
Whoa. Oh, that's not how I thought that was going to end.
Right?
No, Helper, the robot.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I was like, you mean Pepper? And then
poor Helper's still alive, just living in an apartment, looking for Tony.
Tony.
My favorite is Wanda and Vision.
Yeah,
because it's always gonna be bad.
And it's
they're an unusual couple.
I think mine's actually a tie. It's Black Widow and Gamora and the Ground.
Stop being so vicious.
Full heel turn.
The Ground.
356.
It's a three-way. You know what? We were going to drop some kind of interesting Warner Brothers DC conversation, but maybe we'll push that till tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow morning.
We had too much to get through today.
Yes.
I think that's a really good conversation. I don't want to cut it short.
Agreed.
There was some great news that kind of came out over the weekend about like kind of the future restructuring of Warner Brothers, what that's going to mean for DC, the DCEU going forward. I think we'll have a good chat about that tomorrow. We appreciate everybody that was there with us. Joe79M. Getting another Go Bills in there, my man.
Hey.
What if on Friday they get to choose the movie we see?
Oh, that'd be fun.
I got a free weekend, guys. Go ahead and send me to the theater.
Yes, we're still figuring out. All we know is Friday's going to get nuts. Okay, that's a guarantee. And the chat redemptions are going to be wild. Okay, so stick around. We appreciate you for watching on a Monday. We hope you have a great rest of your week. Hopefully your Monday was a good one. Your weekend was restful. And Tuesday through Friday will be positive and productive for you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to the three of you for joining me.
Thanks for having me. I'm so sorry that I couldn't be here for Mando Fun, but
that's okay.
Hopefully tomorrow I could be here, and I hope whoever filled in was under control.
Well, I think they liked it. Mike put in a super chat hoping that DMZ character comes back.
I think they meant DMX.
Yeah. But he loves
DMX.
This is a DMZ though, right?
Oh, he loves the demilitarized zone. Yeah.
Also,
Alex Zavala, I hope you're feeling better out there, buddy.
Well, you know what? I think we just snuck a second swear jar in under the wire.
Wow.
Okay.
I feel like we got so close to a second one, and somebody just threw in a $20 super chat, so I feel like we owe it to him.
Should we do like a team? Like
yes.
1, 2, 3, shit.
But first I want to say, Alex Zavala, it was our pleasure to get you through it, buddy. And this swear goes out to you.
What are we swearing?
An oath? Or
what word are we
Should
saying?
we say the S word?
Let's say, on the count of 3, bitch ass.
Yeah.
Great.
But that's not about you, Alex. You're not a bitch ass. We're saying this to your enemies.
Yes, with joy, joy.
Ready?
1, 2, 3,
bitch
bitch ass!
Bye.